The latest livestream from NCSoft has revealed some crazy, and I mean really crazy updates and changes that will be coming in the next weeks and months. But also Amazon has revealed a lot of upcoming things for the next few weeks. There were so many major and small things revealed and talked about, but as always, I will try to be short, easy to understand and straight to the point. If you haven't already seen or heard, Spear has been confirmed to release for the global version of Throne of Liberty on December 5th, 2024. My predictions were almost straight on point, as it really made sense to release the new weapon around the 1-year Korean release anniversary. The showcase on Amazon Video and then the more detailed showcase on NCSoft's live stream has revealed a lot of details about the Spear. But for now, I will not go into details explaining and showing everything, as there is a lot to unpack, so I will make a separate video once I analyze the footage. But you can find both links in the description if you are interested in seeing the Spear in action. The bottom line is that the Spear is kinda OP and broken, works with almost any other weapon either as an offhand or a main hand, and Greatsword Spear is 10 times more stronger than Greatsword Dagger ever was. So good luck to everyone and God help us. On Spear weapon reveal at the end, Amazon pretty much confirmed that on the same day, December 5th, we are also getting the newly revamped rune system that is also going live on Korea. I will have a guide on the new rune system once it's released and once I start to understand it better, as I am not 100% sure if things stay the same from the previous rune system. Also, they have confirmed dimensional dungeons, aka challenge dungeons, which have also been reworked recently and now allowed to go up to level 99. And this will be your main source of rune farming. These dungeons are infinite and require no entry tokens, so you can spam them 24/7 if you want to. Also, another thing they confirmed was some new changes or new additions to live skilling, which is kinda exciting to see if current ones will be updated or there will be something new coming. Wargames custom game mode is also confirmed to be released on the same day, that pretty much allows anyone to create a custom lobby and enjoy some balanced non-Zerg PvP. Also, they have mentioned they are adding a new Guardian that will also benefit the Spear main weapon with the added bonuses to make it more efficient and effective in both PvP and PvE. Now on to the Korean live stream and everything that has been talked about and mentioned. The roadmap of the major content for the next several months is like this. December, new weapon Spear, Hyper Boost Season 2 and Winter event. January, Mastery rework and a New Year event. February, one-man dungeon and a seasonal event. March, inter-server siege and a spring event, and April, 12-man raids and a guardian leveling system. New mastery system will work on both of the weapons, somewhat like passive skills, and the experience from both weapons will be combined into one mastery weapon experience. This allows for more diversity and more game-changing builds and skill specializations to be created. One level means one mastery point, and it will use the node system and the node leveling. For example, to unlock a rare node, you will need to spend 30 mastery points into a common node, and the two highest categories based on level will activate the passive, which could transform your whole build. There are 8 synergies per weapon, so in total 16 synergies. And also the very much needed quality of life change will be the mastery transfer, allowing you to freely and cheaply transfer any weapon mastery level into a new weapon, making it even easier to swap builds. One-man dungeon will be another source of rune farming, but also epic gear farming, which is likely going to come to global version around the same time as we are supposed to get tier 2 gear. So likely tier 2 gear farming will be enabled there. This will have 8 new bosses who will rotate weekly, and there will be limited runs, likely using some sort of token entry system. 5 difficulties will be at the release, and each level will be much harder, but highest levels of difficulty will of course give the best rewards. Inter-server siege is probably the most interesting change regarding the PvP players and guilds. From what I understood, you will need to have an alliance, but not going past 4 guild limit, and then the fights are going to be either 1v1 alliance versus alliance or a 3-way alliance fight in a 1v1v1. But the biggest thing is that every alliance will have a chance to take a turn at attacking and then defending, likely scoring contribution points, and at the end the real winner will be declared. 12-man raids that were announced for January have unfortunately been moved for April 2025 in Korea, which I do believe could work well for global version, and it might be the reason why it was moved, as by April 2025 we should have full runes, full artifacts, unlocked Talandra and tier 2 gear for several months. Which is why I believe NCSoft pushed the 3 months so global catches up and we get it at the same time as Korea. According to them, this will be the hardest PvE content, and the developers have worked really hard to introduce very difficult mechanics and patterns that will change the way people see PvE content and current dungeons. It will also introduce a new tier of gear, higher than tier 2, and also a new type of gear, which is likely going to be the previously data mined legendary gear. It will have normal and hard mode, and developers have hinted that they took inspiration from another specific Korean MMORPG, likely talking about Lost Ark. But I do not see them making these raids that hard, but it will be interesting to see. They will also be on a weekly rotation. The new Guardian leveling system has been teased several months ago, but has been pushed into 2025. This will introduce the ability to increase Guardian stats and their power, where the resources to level up and upgrade will be coming strictly from new 12-man raids. Guardians will also have new active skills with the introduction of several new Guardians and game-changing powers and stats. They will also have a relationship system where you can get more stats from upgrading your status with each Guardian. Sounds exactly like my relationship with my girlfriend. There was also a brief mention of the new stat called Indomitable, which does something with endurance and helps the tanks. Now that major upcoming content has been showcased, the next part is focused on Q&A session. Developers are fully focused on banning macro bots and user scripting and are developing ways to detect players who use perfect block scripts. In Q1 2025, the new weapon dice system is coming, as well as transmog system, which is huge news for the ultimate endgame content of Throne of Liberty, which will be the fashion. So far, no info on auto fishing, but they are open to trying it out and testing. New buff for healers, where they will be able to obtain assists for supporting and healing, and both tanks and healers boss contribution will also increase. Tanks were complaining about the shield block penetration stat, so they added the new Indomitable stat to counter it. Casuals complaining about the amount of chores to do, so they are reworking, improving and rebalancing some of the weekly rewards. Korea will be getting server merges after the HyperBoost 2 event, which likely means that Amazon can also do the server merges if it's needed to repopulate some of the servers. No plans to ever make player-to-player trades, as it would break the economy and not make them any money. They didn't say that, but it makes sense, right? Fishing Codex is also coming in the next few weeks, which will unlock different types and tiers of special fishes, fishing hotspots and secret cooking recipes. The previous Christmas costumes were underwhelming, so they made sure this year's Christmas costumes will be crazy good. No plans to add weapon exchange tickets and no plans to add more character slots. Thinking about allowing more skills to be blockable by Q defense's skill instead of only Fury skills. More quality of life changes on inventory and backspace. People complain that dyeing costumes is very limited, so they will be allowing it to be more changeable. Training grounds are coming with a housing system, which has been delayed, but it is in the works. They don't want to remove morphs, as they plan to add mounts in the future. No plans to make runes and artifacts tradable so far. DPS meter will likely never be introduced, but they will add it in the training ground so you can freely check your DPS and practice your rotations. Collaboration events with other games or studios is coming, but nothing confirmed 100%. More improvements on the arena matchmaking. Co-op dungeons will be giving Abyss currency. Precious Purification Stone is getting buffed to increase the debuff duration by 75% for 1 second, while there will also be other different effects. And lastly, there are absolutely zero plans for a mobile Throne of Liberty. They are fully and 100% committed to the PC and console versions. And there you have it, basically everything that I was able to gather around and understand from the streams. If I missed something, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. And also consider subscribing.